Jumping for joy. This agile and hungry 5-month-old Collie Cross was one of the Dunedin dogs having their DNA sampled at the University of Otago on Sunday. These southern dogs were the first in New Zealand to have their DNA sampled for an international project which hopes to identify genetic traits such as aggression or anxiety.
And so we're actually getting DNA samples from New Zealand dogs as part of this conference. And we're going to have an opportunity to look at their DNA and figure out how changes in their DNA may be affecting differences in their personality and their behaviors and things like that.
To get the DNA samples, owners took a saliva swab by keeping a cotton bud inside their four-legged friends' mouths for around 30 seconds. Oscar, the Shar-Pei Staffy Cross, was kind of patient as his human Kimberly collects a sample. Elinor Karlsson hopes this research can help both dogs and humans as they are looking for genetic markers relating to behaviour.
And so if we can understand how that change in DNA works, like what does it do in the brain? Does it mean that there's some particular signaling thing that happens in the brain that gets turned up or turned down, and that's what's leading to the anxiety? That might be a start for developing new ways to actually treat things like anxiety, both in people and in dogs.
Otago University's Director of Genetics, Peter Dunedin, who describes their family dog as a mutt, believes, like humans, there are many shapes, sizes and personality types.
Dogs are really interesting animals when you think about it. There aren't many other species which have such a variety of behaviours and shapes and sizes and things, and all of that is through selective breeding from humans, and that shapes the genetics of dogs. And so to be linked into this project, trying to understand the evolution of dogs and how human selection has shaped their genomes, and even finding genes that might be associated with particular sorts of behaviours, that's great, particularly as actually dogs aren't far from humans, so we might learn a bit about ourselves as well.
The owners had many varied reasons for wanting their four-legged family members to be part of the study. Caroline Porteous says at 13 years old, her fox terrier Zach is a good age, and having his DNA on file might preserve his essence.
And I thought it would be very cool to have him in this study. He's almost, I guess, around forever that way, having his DNA tested, and yeah, I thought that would be kind of neat.
Elinor Karlsson's Darwin's Dog Project is attempting to trace canine ancestry from being in the wild to being very much loved family members. Daryl Baser, The South Today.